Hi everyone, Tom Slivick, and I'm with Supervisor Ted Novelli. How you doing, Ted?
Fine, Tom. How are you?
Pretty good. Now you're in the upcountry. You're getting a lot more smoke and ash up there than we are down here?
Yes, we are. Matter of fact, yesterday I had to change my return air filters in my house because they were full of ash. I haven't been using the air, but it's just full of ash. I have one camper shell on one of my trucks, and I have to go in there and use my shop vac to vacuum the ash out of the the camper shell. So we've been getting quite a bit.
Okay. Down in Pine Grove, I haven't been getting that much ash, so you are up there. But we're going to be talking to Ted Novelli about the upcoming Supervisors meeting tomorrow, so he'll give us an update on what's going to be happening there, and then we'll talk some more after that. So stay with us right here on TSPN. We'll be right back after this break.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.
Hi everyone, and welcome back. And I'm with Supervisor Ted Novelli for the Upcountry. And Ted, why don't you tell us what's happening on the agenda tomorrow for the Board of Supervisors?
I'll be glad to do that, Tom. So we're going to start off first thing, regular agenda. We have a General Service Administration. We're going to be talking about our fuel tanks up at the corporation yard that the county has, whether it be cheaper to keep those or whether it be cheaper to get rid of them and go to an outside entity.
Who do you get your fuel from?
That's a good question. I don't know. Some purveyor, but what we do is we also supply the cities of Sutter Creek, Jackson, American Legion Ambulance, some of the other entities. They buy their fuel off of us up at the corporation yard. So it's not just Amador County, us.
Okay, so you expect the cities and the ambulance service to be up there as well then?
Well,
talking about it?
Well, depending, they might, yeah, they could come in and comment, but depending on the cost, whether it's cheaper for us to keep those fuel tanks up there and do a relining, and because it costs us money, you know, federal and state laws, we have to have them tested, and we have to, all these regulations that are mandated that we go like any other station, whether it be a public or a private station, that we have these rules and regulations we have to adhere to. So we're looking at the cost to maintain that on a yearly basis versus outsourcing it and doing away with our tanks and just going down to like some other local gas station, gas provider in the county and having our vehicles fill up there.
Okay.
Next thing is administration agency in regards to Amador County Recreation Agency in regards to the Pine Grove Town Hall. I believe the Pine Grove Town Hall still has a little fee left over from the Prop 40 when Prop 40 fees were administered, and so that'll be one discussion. The next thing will be the Amador County Employees Association, ACEA, in regards to a petition for a decertification from SEIU, Service Employees International Union, Local 1021. And then we have the grand jury report discussion and final actions relative to the county's response to the grand jury report. So we'll have that. And then we have item 9 will be McLaughlin Family Trust on a boundary line adjustment. And then on the next things, we have 2 things coming up for the, one is the Waters Family Trust, and the other one would be Norm Water Family Trust. One is a boundary lot line adjustment, and the other one is the Ag Advisory Committee on seeing if you could take a large piece of property and cut 5 acres out of it for your family to have like one of your children live there or one of your in-laws live there, etc. So that's on the agenda. Next thing will be restoring the health force for the healthy communities, HR 1526, and I think Supervisor O'Nettle put that on in regards to trying to keep our forest more healthy and making sure that the forestry department does its due diligence in helping do that. And then we have Supervisor Forster is going to do a report on RCRC, Regional Council of Rural Counties. And the last and final thing on the agenda was going to be a public hearing, and that'll be on the Environmental Health Department, Mike Israel, in regards to our water supply wells, going over what can be done by a property owner and what cannot be done by a property owner in regards to your own well.
So where are they getting the input when they're going to be talking about the wells? What, do you have any?
Well, Mike Israel, the Department of Environmental Health, he'll be that, and also too, you know, he's mandated by the state in regards to what rules and regulations we can do and what rules and regulations we cannot do.
Do we have regulations on wells now? I mean, obviously, we've got some regulations on a well. When you go to digging, we got to pull a permit. You can't have, I think, probably more than two. I mean, more than one on property, or you know, at least on mine. And after that, what are some of the regulations? Seems to me like we've been pretty much left alone. What is it that they're looking at, Ted?
Well, I think when it comes to like your own personal well, there are some things you can do, but I'm sure there's other things that you cannot do with that well that you would have to have some kind of a specialist come in and tell you how to do it and what to do in regards to the well. There's some things you could probably do to your well, but I'm sure the state has rules and regulations that says on some of the things in your well you cannot do.
There's not much that I can do with my well. I mean, you have people
Yeah,
go on
the
in,
pump.
dig the well,
Yeah,
and put the pump in and do that. And
yeah,
then
put the sleeve in and all that
do
stuff.
all that
Yeah,
sort of thing.
Yeah, and those people are kind of, I'm sure they're kept up to the changes of the state rules and regulations, the people that are actually putting the wells in. And then I'm sure as a well owner, the state probably sends you literature every year and asking you questions in regards to your well, or every so many years in regards to your well, or maybe even testing. I know when I was upcountry water, we used to have to go out and do samples every now and then of different entities and different wells. We had some wells up on I want to say up on McKinsey Road, where the state came down and actually would test them, and then they finally came down and had them capped. We had to cap the wells off there at one
And were
time.
those government wells or wells from
Those-
government agencies?
Well, no, those wells were part of a homeowners association up there, and the homeowners at that time were mandated by the state that they had to do certain things to these wells and make sure that everything was run proper and done proper. So I know eventually they capped the wells off just to get out of the well business.
Okay, well, that's interesting. I'm sure you're going to have a lot of people show up for that part. I would think a lot of people would show up on this wells. It's kind of surprising to me. It's the first I've heard of it.
This discussion and possible action relative to an ordinance amending the existing chapter identifying environmental health department in the oversight. Their oversight in regards to wells on people's properties, yes. The county oversees all the wells, or I should say mostly all the wells, in the county on private property.
Okay, well, we're going to take a break, and then when we come back, we'll be talking more with Supervisor Ted Novelli. Stay with us right here on TSPN.
You're watching Amador County's local television network, TSPN.